about to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I have got a food haul for you today, and I've been to Tesco and it was pretty good, to be honest. It was quite quiet and I got most things that I wanted. Actually, I don't think there were many things that they didn't have. Like I said in the start of my last food haul video, and like I'll probably say at the beginning of every video at the moment, if you don't want to watch what I got in Tesco's this week, or if you're not interested in seeing what I bought, then please click off now and go and watch a different video. And if you do want to see what I got, then obviously keep watching. It was a bit surreal, to be honest. It was very weird. I took Steve to work this morning. He's still working. He works in the aerospace industry, and they do all the military planes and the Medi-hoppers, the medical helicopters and air ambulances and all that kind of thing. So he's obviously still needs to be at work. So I dropped him off and I went to Tesco, and it was just so odd. It was like, obviously people are wearing masks and scarves, and they've got crosses on the floor where you can queue. So yeah, it was very surreal. It was a bit, I don't know, it was weird. There was only one, you could only enter the store through one door and exit through a different door. There was a limit of 3 items per, there's a limit of 3 things per customer. So like I was talking to the lady on the checkout, basically if I wanted to buy a chicken, a beef joint and some mince, then they're classing that as meat, so you can only get 1 of each of those. You can't buy 3 chickens, 3 lots of mince and 3 beef joints. You can buy 3 lots of meat. Toilet rolls, you can buy 2 lots of 9, because it's a two roll on toilet rolls, so you can buy 2 packs of 9 toilet rolls, or if they're an 18 pack you can only buy 1. And she said the things that aren't limited, you can buy as many sweets as you like and as many Easter eggs as you like. She said they're not limited at all. The only thing there wasn't was baked beans. They had a few tins of the Branston ones, and pasta was missing as well. But still, there was a little bit. There was some spaghetti stuff. But it was just so odd. No one was talking. Some people were physically, like, avoiding people. You could tell they were definitely, we were all keeping apart and respecting each other. If someone was reaching over to get something, someone else would stand back and wait for them to finish, kind of thing. But some people would see you coming down the aisle towards them and literally veer off. Like, it's really odd. They have a cleaning station as you walk in, so you can clean your trolley, you can pick up some gloves, you can sanitize your hands. And then when you queue up, obviously there's the crosses on the floor and they call you forward, and then you get to the cashier and do your sort of thing. And I was talking to the cashier lady, and honestly, like, she said she went home on Monday and cried, and she was so lovely. She was chattering away. She just said that people are so horrible. She said she was called an idiot, she was sworn at, you know. She just said she went home and thought, why am I doing this? You know, I've got to do it, but why am I putting myself in this position? Just because people are arguing, people are trying to sneak things past them, and oh, I don't know. It's so weird. And then there were some really old people out, and I just thought, oh, there was a really frail old man, and he had his basket and he had a few items in it and some gloves on, but I just thought, oh, I just wish he had someone. And he wasn't. I'm just so soft, and everyone I saw, I just thought, oh, bless you, you know. But anyway, so I got some stuff and I managed to get quite a few bits. What I did notice is that there's not as much branded stuff. There's a lot of value items, like Tesco's value kind of range or basic range. So I'll take you through what I got, and then I did get some bits from my mum and dad, so I'll try and work out what I spent on their bits, and then I'll let you know what I spent. But it was definitely less than normal. I have already got meat in my fridge and freezer, so I didn't buy any meat because I managed to get some in my last shopping haul, and I'm not panic buying. I'm not going to stock up on chickens and mince and stuff when I've already got some in the freezer. It's absolutely pointless. So let's have a look at what I've got. If you watch my food hauls, normally you will know that I am definitely more of a fresh meat, cook from scratch kind of person, and to be honest, I just got what I could. Fresh fruit wise, I got a bag of carrots, 2 lots of the Rosedene Farm apples. These were cheap, like 60p I think. I got 2 cucumbers, some candy floss grapes. If you ever see candy floss grapes, like, if you can get them now, great. If you can't, when this is all over and you haven't tried them, blow your mind. actually taste like candy floss. I got them because the green grapes that they had looked really horrible, and really mushy. So I got some. They're more expensive than normal, but I got some of those. 2 lots of baby plum tomatoes. I also got some red grapes. With the kids off, it's constant snacking, like constant. So I've tried to put in a little bit of like a restriction in place of certain times, but I want to be able to say fill up on fruit, obviously, first. I got 2 lots of mushrooms, some baking potatoes, 2 of the romaine heart lettuce, and then I got some frozen onions, just because they're they had them and they're quite easy to use. I think that was it, like fresh fruit wise, or fresh fruit and veg wise. I managed to get some eggs. These aren't free range, but you have to take what you can get at the moment. I would, you know, 9 times out of 10 I buy free range, but I couldn't get any, so this is what they had, and I wanted some eggs. I got 2 lots of cheese strings. Again, funnily enough, these are half price at the moment. I don't know, it just seems really odd. I got some bacon, this Woodside Farms, this Eastman's, and Hearty Food Co, Butcher's Choice. They're all basically Tesco value range, or Tesco low budget range, if you know what I mean. So I got 2 packs of bacon. We can make club sandwiches with that. Some sausage rolls just for pack lunches, for home lunches. I got some wafer thin chicken and some ham, again for sandwiches. I'm also going to make some pizzas. I thought as an activity, or like subs, it might be a good idea to do some pita pizzas. I bought some pizza dough mix, so more than a dinner, it's like something to keep them occupied and another kind of learning activity. So I got 2 lots of pepperoni pizza slices. These are £1. I got 2 of these pizzas anyway because they're only 67 pence. I mean, I can't get my head around how they can produce it. Put it in plastic, put it in a box, because it's wrapped in cellophane. It's in a box, and it's got cheese. It's just crazy, 67 pence. I mean, so I got 2 of those because when they're fed up with lunches and sandwiches and things, I'm just going to be like, right, have a slice of pizza and some fruit, and there you go. I got 2 lots of these Butcher's Choice beef burgers. Obviously, just to have as burgers. You can chop these up and use them in like a pasta bake or something as well. So always a good tip if there isn't mince, or if you can only get so much fresh meat. Even these with gravy, like if you're making a roast dinner and pour some gravy of carrots, broccoli, potatoes or whatever. Yeah, you can pretty much use them as anything, you know, and they go in sandwiches if they're cold. Just some Hearty Food Co basic chips. Toilet roll, I got 9 rolls of the Spring Force one. They had plenty of this, quite a lot of Andrex, and yeah, they had quite a lot in. And when I'm filming this, or when I went, it was about 8:10 on a Thursday, just in case you was wondering. I got a pack of hash browns. I got some of these codfish cakes. Again, these are like, they're Hearty Food Co, and I know they're not going to be the highest quality fish and things, but like I said, it is food, and it's a simple food that I can pop in the oven, or that even the kids can pop in the oven, to be honest. You know, and just use in buns, or, you know, with vegetables like they've got on the packet, with noodles. I've got 2 of these cheese and garlic flatbreads. I've got quite a bit of mince, so I'm going to make some spaghetti. I'm going to make a lasagna and some chilli. So I thought these are good just to go with things like that, to bulk it out a little bit, make it stretch a bit further. 2 lots of the Hearty Food Co chicken burgers. Again, these are very cheap. They're less than £1 for 8. And they're also very good cut up cold in wraps. Some Hearty Food Co fish fingers. The funny thing is, it wasn't that I was choosing these things. It was that the branded stuff wasn't there. I don't know if Tesco's are like being a bit clever and like putting out their food and not the branded food. But I'm not sure. It just seems like most of the stuff I could pick up was non-branded. I don't know, or people have just gone in and bought all the branded food and left the other stuff, but I don't know. So I got some of those. They're like 69p for 10. Some hot and spicy breaded chicken steaks. These are quite nice in like a, again, in a wrap, or chop them up and put them with some noodles. I got some Coco Pop Bars, 2 lots of rice cakes. I really like these for breakfast. Sometimes I have chopped boiled egg on them. I'm just odd like that. I got some fruit and nut granola. I got a coffee. Coffee's expensive at the moment. Like, there's no offers on any coffee at all. I got 2 of these Smokey fajita seasoning. I've got chicken and I've got wraps, so I can make fajitas. 2 hand wash. There wasn't much hand wash, to be honest. There was only these 2 varieties, but there was loads of these. They were 95p each, so they were half price. There was lots and lots, but only this brand, like the Carex one. 5 double chocolate chip cookies because the boys are home and, you know, they eat everything. I got some of these Creamfields Yogurts. That's another Tesco make. 2 banana, 2 toffee and 2 vanilla. Again, they work out very good value. I think they are 70 something pence for 6, which is crazy. Back down this way, I got 2 lots of the Creamfields mature cheddar, so we can make pizzas, lasagna, we can have some on spaghetti, sandwiches, jacket potatoes. Biscuits, I got some of the Miss Molly's ginger nuts, the chewy caramel wafer biscuits, some caramel crunch bars, and I also got some malted milk, just like the boys, obviously, a snack or a treat or something to keep them going. I got some of these Hearty Food Co noodles. These are, I think they're 20p. And again, you can just pop some veg in with them and then that's the lunch done. I got some brioche rolls and some croissants. These are £1 each and you get 8 of each, I think. Yeah. I got, what else did I get? I got some of this Miss Molly's white chocolate. This is 30p a bar. I thought this would be good for making some cookies or like cakes or something, because it's another thing we can do. We could even melt it down and use it to sort of decorate these. So that's another idea. 2 lots of wraps. These are 79p for 8. And great for lunches. You can make pizzas with them and fajitas. Rolls to go with the burgers, the chicken burgers, the fish fingers, anything like that. They did have quite a lot of rolls and bagels and things, so there wasn't really a bread shortage, apart from like sliced bread they didn't have as much of. I picked up one of these sponge mixes. You just add 1 egg and some water, and I thought it might be nice. I also got a value jam somewhere, so I thought we could make a jam sponge. It's another activity for the kids, and it's about, something silly, I think it's like 30p. There was no flour either because I was going to make my own, but they had absolutely no flour, but this is basically flour. So got one of those. I got a bar of chocolate for Steve because, you know, he's off out to work every day and he needs some chocolate. I got 2 pizza base mixes. We have used these before, they're really good. And all you do is add water. So if you haven't got all the yeast and you obviously can't get the flour at the moment, then they're good. Worth checking down the baking aisle for these kind of things, because if you look at the ingredients, this is like wheat flour basically with a little bit of oil in it, so you could use it to make bread. Bisto gravy, because I've absolutely run out, and you know, we might have like a burger roast or something random. I got some drumstick squashies and some bubblegum laces. They were 3 for £1 or something. Some Moon and Star malted biscuits, 6 packs of those. I also got a smoked paprika and a garlic salt because I'm out of both of those and I use them a lot. I got another 4 pints of semi-skimmed milk. Some hot dogs, which again are good to chop up for the pizzas. This is good for a pizza base. This was very cheap, like 30 something p, and it's a tomato and herb pasta sauce. I got some sanitary products. They have plenty of things like that. I know some people are saying they can't get hold of them, but Tesco did have a very large variety. I got some pita bread because, again, because we've got a chest freezer, I can put them in the freezer and they work really well as a pizza base as well. So if you don't want to be making up the pizza base mix, give the boys one of these and just let them put their own... Can you hear Bailey yelling Hobbs? They're in the garden. Cheese, pepperoni and all that kind of thing on these, and vegetables like tomatoes, mushrooms, and then put them in the oven and they make really good little pizzas. I got some crunchy peanut butter, some jam. This is really cheap, like under 30 pence, and it'd be good for the sponge. My train of thought's gone because the boys are like trying to play football with Hobbs in the garden. I got some sweet corn. I'm going to be making a chicken noodle soup with a whole chicken that I've got in the freezer. 2 lots of squash because we're drinking a lot of that at the moment. 2 lentil and bacon soup. They had quite a bit of soup, but only specific flavours, like the basic tomato and chicken was gone, but I really like this one anyway. I got 2 lots of baked beans and pork sausages just to put on toast or something for breakfast for the boys. They could have it with like scrambled egg. And then I got some Branston beans. They were 3 tins for £1.50. So I got 3, but 1 is for my mum and dad. And I also got a 30 variety pack of crisps. So I'm not necessarily, oh, and a loaf of 50/50. There's an old meal plan there. I'm just not even gonna meal plan. That's what I was just about to say. I've got some ideas for food. I'm not actually gonna plan a week out. I'm gonna sit down and see what I've got, but I'm still using some meat that I've got in the freezer to stretch meals out. So this is kind of stuff I can put away and it's there if I need it. So what I'll do is I will work out how much I've spent and let you know.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head is me.
So the total of my stuff was £96. That's taking off what the bits I bought for my mum and dad. They just wanted egg, bread, milk, beans, that kind of thing. So yeah, that all came to £96, which is less than I would normally spend, but I got a lot of convenience foods, not like meat and stuff. So I am actually filming a little day in the life today. A lot of you said you'd like to see a bit more of that kind of thing, so I will be filming that as well. But if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you go and subscribe if you're not already. And then I will be back very soon with a day in the life video.
This is what we waited for.